Hello, 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 and welcome to the Miss Hope's Reading Hour on this fabulous Friday. So glad to be here with all of you. We are outside again. Outside, it's a little less hot. Um, Not as many bugs out, thank goodness. So I sprayed myself last time, but I still got chomped on a little bit. Okay. But it was worth it to come back with Miss Hope's Reading Hour. Oh my goodness. Was so glad to be back. So glad to see you all watching and enjoying the stories. So, yes, Miss Hope's Reading Hour came on a little later today because I had homework and I was this close, that close to being done. So I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna have to say sorry so I can get that little bit done. Okay? So I have a lot of homework to do this weekend. Hopefully, you have enjoyed your week and you had absolutely no homework at all. Okay? And if you did, hopefully you didn't have a lot because I know that there are some of my friends, some of my young ones, older young ones, and some of my teacher friends and parent teacher friends who are doing summer school like me. And so, at least young ones and older young ones, you don't have as much homework. Hopefully, you do not. Hopefully, if you are doing summer school, all of your work is done in school and you don't have to take any of it home. Okay? But I am glad to be here with you this evening. It's so nice to say evening and it's still sunny outside. Isn't that nice? I love that. So, today we will be reading some books. And if you see the if you see the title for today, if you were able to see that, it says Worries and Storms, or Storms and Worries. The reason why I had that to be, um, the theme for today is because yesterday there were some storms here in Pennsylvania and New Jersey and Delaware. And they were going from Pennsylvania to New Jersey to Delaware. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was watching it on the radar and watching it on the news. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I will let you in on a little secret for those of you who may not have known it. Because I think we're outside so you can hear everything. I mentioned it to you all that Miss Hope can, she can stand some thunder. But when it comes to lightning and like the high winds where it seems like stuff's gonna get knocked over, I don't like any of that stuff. And when that happens, I get a little scared. I do. I do not want to be outside. I don't want to see the lightning. None of that. If I see it on TV, that's one thing. Seeing it outside of my door or while I'm outside, no, 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 no. So, I wanted to talk about storms and sometimes when you're worried or scared today. So, let's get to our books. But before we do that, do know that um, even though I had a break in doing Miss Hope's Reading Hour, um, we still ran through some books, y'all, before the break. We ran through some books, y'all. And so we're always in need of more books for the reading hour. So if you look down at the ticker, there is information in there if you would like to donate to the Miss Hope's Reading Hour Library. All books, all donations are used for Miss Hope's Reading Hour Library. And hopefully we will be able to take Miss Hope's Reading Hour to other places other than the backyard, okay? And with your donation, we will be able to do that because we will have a boatload of books to pick from for other people to get to read with Miss Hope and possibly online with all of you, okay? So if you want to donate via Cash App. That's in the ticker. If you want to donate with a digital gift card, send it to the email, which is in the ticker. To just send some books. Same email to do that. Guess where it is? It's in the ticker. Okay. All right. Now let's get to these books. I'm sorry I'm moving around so much. Hello, David. My nephew is on and he is watching. Hello. Let's get to the books. Sorry I'm moving around so much because I'm trying to cover my legs so I don't get chomped, because I got chomped once all. I can feel it on the back of my leg and I'm like, ooh, I'm itching. But hopefully no more chomps, okay? So let's get to our books. The first book is called I Am the Storm. I Am the Storm. This book is by Jane Yolen and Heidi E.Y. Stempel. Art by Kristen and Kevin Howdeshell. I Am the Storm. Let's check out what's going on in that book. Then our next book is Way Past Worried. This book is by Haley Edelman, illustrated by Sandra de la Prada. Way Past Worried. He does look worried. All right. And of course, we're going to get to the end of this, y'all. Let me see how far we have to go. So we are a little more than halfway with our friends, the Unteachables. A little more than halfway. So, The Unteachables by Mr. Gordon Corman. We will be reading some more of that today as well. So I think I may have figured out how to have our ambiance, our music at the same time, but I have to hook something else up to my computer. Until we will be enjoying the sounds of the outside. Unfortunately, there's a fire truck somewhere close because I live near a fire station, as a matter of fact. But let's get to our first book. I Am the Storm. This one has a dust jacket. Oh, it doesn't look the same underneath, but look at those raindrops. Saw a lot of those yesterday. I Am the Storm by Jane Yolen and Heidi E.Y. Stempel. This is a Rise book, a Rise New York book, an imprint of Penguin Random House books. When the wind howled and blew, loud as a train. Oh, heard that before. We had a party in the basement with Grandma, reading books and playing games with the flashlight. When the wind stopped whirling, as tornadoes always do, we picked up branches and fixed the fence. I danced round and round our front yard, howling and blowing like the wind. Come on, buggies. When the ice and snow fell, sparkling like fairy dust on the windows, and all the lights went out. We made a fire and cooked hot dogs and marshmallows. Oh, we're talking about all kinds of storms. When the ice and snow stopped falling, as blizzards always do, we shoveled our walk and Miss Garcia's too. We built a snowman, and I tossed up big handfuls of snow that fell down on my head. So she's pretending that she's the storm. When the fires burned in a forest nearby, Papa drove us to the lake. We camped out and made new friends. I picked wildflowers and tied them into bouquets. When the forest cooled, as wildfires always do, I brought flowers to all the neighbors while the grown-ups swept the ashes and washed the windows. The air still felt hot as I swayed with my arms up like a slow, beautiful flame. We had big bowls of ice cream to cool down. Wow. When the sea swirled and roiled and rose almost into the sky, we drove away from the ocean to my cousin's house. We pretended the bunk beds were boats high above the waves. The storm was strong, and I was scared. But when the wind and sea calmed, as hurricanes always do, we went back home. It's okay to be scared. It really is. Nature is strong and powerful, but I am strong and powerful too. I am loud like a tornado. I am wild like a blizzard. I am hot like fire. I am fierce like the hurricane. I am the storm. And when the storm passes, as it always does, I am the calm too. The end. Oh, wow. I'm so glad I got to read this story. When all of those types of things happen, in this book, they talked about tornadoes and blizzards and wildfires and hurricanes. I can only imagine how scary those things are. But the one thing that is true about all of them, they pass. So you'll be scared in that moment. But when you are with people that you love and neighbors who care about each other, you can get through almost anything. I am the storm. So, knowing in those times when you have storms, even if it's not something that's natural, sometimes there's storms in life, different things that happen. But knowing that it won't last always and that you can get through it and you can be strong just like those storms. So glad I got to read that book. That was a good one. So, the next time there's a storm like it was yesterday, and I'm sitting in the basement, which is where I was, um, maybe I'll take that book and I'll read it. I'll read it for myself. Yes, I am an adult and I will read it for myself so that I know that even though I'm a little rattled by the storm that's going on outside, that I'm just as strong and it won't last always. Very good book. I'm so glad I got to read that with you guys. All right, our next book, Way Past Worried, by Haley Edelman. Oh, and it looks the same underneath the dust jacket. Woo, you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stay out here. So, if I have to go inside to read our chapter book, we might have to take a hiatus and I come right back. Hopefully, because I'm getting bit up out here, y'all. But I like being outside. I like being outside. Way past worried. My brother Bax wasn't going to Juan's superhero birthday party with me. I felt a little worried. How could I go without my sidekick? Dad said, "You'll be okay. Take 3 deep breaths and go get dressed." I tugged on my favorite costume. It looked too small. Would everyone laugh? Now I was really worried. I headed toward Juan's. I was late. Who else would be there? Would Juan hang out with me? Would I feel left out? I felt way past worried, with my heart thumping and my mind racing and my worry growing. Pickles knocked me down with his muddy paws. Now my costume looked even worse. Tling, tling. Kia and Hooper scootered right past me. Why didn't they stop? "It's party time," they cheered. What if it was the worst party ever? I'd walk in late and no one would talk to me. Or else someone would talk to me, but I wouldn't know what to say. Or else everyone would laugh at my costume. Ooh. Worries are growing. When I got to the gate, I saw everyone's costume look better than mine. They were already playing without me. I didn't feel like a superhero. I wanted to go home. But just like Dad said, I took 3 very deep breaths. heart pounded. Thump, 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 thump. But I inched forward until everyone was laughing. I knew they weren't laughing at me, but it felt like they were. I ran off. I didn't know what else to do. I heard Juan ask, "Where's Brock?" I wanted to call out, "I'm right here, Juan." But my worry was in the way, and my words wouldn't come out. I heard a sound up in the tree. I looked and saw a girl. I heard her take 3 very deep breaths. I asked, "Are you worried too?" She nodded. "I'm Brock. I'm Nellie." "So why are you worried?" "I just moved here and I don't know anyone." "I'll sit with you," I said, and Nellie looked like she felt a little better. I said, "I'll tell you about my friends. Juan's funny, Jen's nice, and Skitter makes the best costumes." "I like yours," Nellie said. "Thanks. I like yours too." "You know," Nellie said, "I don't feel so worried up here." "Yeah, we can't stay up here forever." Oh, jeez. I looked at Nellie. I wanted her to meet my friends, and I wanted to say happy birthday to Juan and eat some cake. So much. Love it. We were still worried, but not like before. It helped that we talked about. I said, "Let's be brave." "Like superheroes," Nellie said. I nodded. "Like superhero." Ow! Ooh, you guys have to go inside. And we can always help each other if we feel more worried again, right? "Right," I said. I could feel my mind calming and my worry shrinking. "On the count of 3, let's swoop in," I told Nellie. "Okay, 1, 2, 3." And we joined the party. It was fun. First of all, we weren't worried. The end. Whew, what a good story. All right, so you guys give me a few minutes. I gotta go inside. They're feasting on me. This is real life, friends, outside. All right, so I will be back in about 5 minutes once I set up inside. We gotta get to the Unteachables, okay? I'll be right back. See you in a